Hi, this is Tanya, and this is my channel, Tea Talks 93. I apologize, I haven't been doing my Sister Wives reviews. I was working on the different seasons, starting from the beginning, and I had some personal issues that came up. I had a couple of um, family and friends pass away, and that put me kind of behind. I didn't really feel like starting this again, but now that I'm kind of feeling better, I would like to resume with season 19 since we're here now. I'll try to go back later and do the rest of the seasons and then up to now. But so the first 4 episodes of Sister Wives I have watched. I'm sure the rest of you have too, if you are watching it. Um, I will look at the ones we have now. So the first one when we returned was called A House Divided Cannot Stand. So Cody, Robin, and Christine see each other at McKelty's baby sprinkle, kind of like a shower. I don't know the difference personally, but that's where they were. And I guess it was like a casino theme. So they had Cody and Robin at one table and Christine at the other table, and they pretty much just never talked. They never said hello, they never acknowledged each other, they just ignored each other the whole time. So in that way it was very awkward. But the kids talked to each set, so there was no fights or anything like that going on, at least. So at least that was good. So that was the biggest things that happened in that season, or that episode. And I believe this episode also is the one where Mary was like, Cody and I are over, and her friend, she's sitting on the couch with her friend, and her friend's like, oh, thank goodness, because he was just dragging you along and I was tired of watching it. And I think the rest of us were pretty tired of watching him drag Mary along, because he would like say, I don't want anything to do with her behind her back, and then to her face he'd be like, well, you know, if we talk about this and do this, maybe we'll have a good relationship. And so it was kind of like, I don't know if anybody else has been fishing, but when you're fishing and you put that bait out there and you're like reeling it just a little bit and seeing if they will take it, and it's enough to keep them busy and enough to keep them from bothering you, or in this case, keep Mary from, you know, badgering Cody, I guess, about having a relationship when he obviously has never not wanted one for many years. He was just dragging her along, but he finally fessed up last season and was like, we're done, we can't have a marriage, I'm not even interested in it. So now she's like, let's cut the cord and let's start doing something different, and so I can live my life. So that is good. I'm glad that Mary finally saw the light and is doing her own thing. Speaking of light, episode 2 is Let There Be Light, and this is part where I guess Mary also informs Cody that she's going to go to the church, so to the AUB, Latter-day Saints. It'll be the AUB. I guess it's a Mormon sect, right? So she's going to go to the elders and ask for a divorce from Cody officially by their spiritual laws. So Cody basically is like, I don't think we need to do that because we're not practicing with them anyway. But Mary maybe believes in that still. Janelle believes in it. Mary probably believes in it. Cody, he in a another, was it an episode? He said he lost his religion, like back last season, I think, when he was on the couch. He said that his theme would be losing his religion. So he doesn't have faith in his religion anymore. And it seems like that is probably where all of this stems from, because with them, with that family, the Browns, would polygamy still work if the religion's not dictating it, saying that this is the only way to get to the celestial kingdom of heaven that they believe in? So I don't think that they ever would have started a family this way if it wasn't for that specific religion, in my opinion. So I had a glare. I had to move a little bit. And then the third one is Am I My Brother's Keeper? So that talks about, Mackelty and Tony welcome their twins, Ace and Archer. And she has to have a cesarean because they are twins, and twins are higher possibility of having complications. So she had a C-section, and then she invited Robin, because she and Robin are very close. She had invited Robin to come stay with her to help take care of Ace and Archer. And Christine was very supportive of that and knows that they're very close and wants them to remain close. And so Robin does an excellent job taking care of the boys with them. And she got to be grandma, and you could tell she really enjoyed it. And I know a lot of people are like, Robin just plays games and manipulates, and she doesn't want to be part of the family. But I have the whole time, I think, my opinion only, I think Robin was trying to get into this family. So in the beginning, she saw this family, how well she perceived them to work, and that Cody, I think Cody was like sitting there like, I love my wives are all beautiful, they're great mothers, and probably like telling her all these things that she wanted to hear to get her to marry him. And I think he manipulated Robin. I don't think he was upfront and honest with Robin in the beginning. So I'll get to that a little bit more on the next episode because of the whole little argument they have. But in this episode, I do believe that Robin had the best interests at heart of Mackelty and the boys. And I think she did truly enjoy taking care of the grandbabies. And it was nice to see she and Christine, they did have a little bit of conversation, nothing deep, just matter of fact, and about the kids and the boys, the babies. But they seemed to work well together and enjoyed that time bonding with the babies. And I do believe that Robin was very upset that she had to leave the babies and go back to Flagstaff, because that's 9 hours. That's about 11 hours away from where they are. So it's not easy to get there, even driving or whatever, or flying. It can be very expensive going back and forth, but maybe every 3 months they could go. It doesn't seem like they do that eventually, but it is harder to get to visit with them being so far away. But there's other things they could do, like video conference, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to say which brand, but there are other ways to like visit and like keep each other in the loop. Anyway, so then season 19 episode 4 is the last one that I have seen, and that's how the mighty have fallen. And that's when it introduces us to, Cody had an upset and he's off taking a drive or something to cool down, because he and Robin got into it, because Robin is trying to explain to him, and she's upset that he is not communicating with his kids. His kids are upset with him, and it's kind of like Robin and Cody and their kids against the rest of the family. And she's like, she sees it on social media, she has to. I'm sure her kids hear it at school. I'm sure she hears it out and about in town, because some of them, other kids and other wives still live there at this point. So I'm sure she gets a lot of backlash about Cody and not, encouraging him to talk to the family, the rest of the kids and wives and stuff. So I'm sure she's really trying to get him to talk to them. And like I was saying, I do think that initially when she saw this, what she considered almost perfect family that she wanted to join, I think that she was seeing through rose-colored glasses a little bit. And I do think that Cody manipulated her to believe that this was a very good family that she wanted to enjoy, to join, because he wanted her. So if I was Robin, honestly, I would feel like I was a little bit lied to by Cody to get her to join in his family, because he now is saying, like, I never loved them, I was never attracted to them, yet he has, how many, 6 kids with Janelle, 6 kids with Christine, and 1 kid with Mary, but he was never attracted to them. Sure, okay. I don't buy it for a minute. I think he was attracted to them. I think because his religious beliefs, the AUB dictates that you have to have, I'm not sure if the AUB does, but some of them dictate that you have to have 3 wives or more in order to get to the celestial kingdom of heaven, which I guess there's 3 tiers, and you can go into that, but I'm not going to. Anyway, I think that drove him to have 3 or more wives. My personal opinion, I do think that Cody was going through a midlife crisis when he found Robin and married her. And then I think he's like, oh, I have all these extra wives and extra duties and all these things, that I think he got tired. I think he bit off more than he could chew. I think as a young person, you can do a lot more than you can at where his age was at the time, was in his 50s now. It's harder to go from house to house to house and to take care of everything and to work hard enough to make sure that all these people are being supported that you brought into a family. So I think that's where he is at, and I think now he's like, I don't want to deal with it. I want you guys to deal with it. Most of you are adults and most of you can figure it out on your own. I don't need to help you anymore. So I think that's where he is at. Does he love his family? In the first couple of seasons, it looked like he loved his family. It looked like he was trying to be a good father to them. But going through each season, you can see where it seems like every year is a little less, it's a little less, it's a little less, until, yes, COVID happened, and he's like, perfect excuse just to let them all go. And then I'll just concentrate on this little group what I have with Robin and her kids. And I think that's what happened. Maybe he would like to have a conversation with his kids and them appreciate the things he did a long time ago. Sure, I can see that. But I think Cody really needs to get his head out of his rear end, talk to his family. And, you know, I have an adult child that sometimes we get into it, sometimes we have disagreements, but she always knows that if she calls mom, like if she's on the side of the road with a flat tire or whatever, she calls mom, mom will be there. Mom will send somebody to help, because I'm not really good with changing flats, but I will make sure that somebody gets there to help her if she needs it. And if we get into it, we're like, we're going to have to walk away, but I love you, and when we come back, we're going to talk about this. So that's what he should have been doing all this time. Not ignoring them, not pushing them away, not calling them names, not blaming them. Was it their fault? Was it his fault? Does it really matter? He can fess up and take responsibility for his part of the whole thing. They can decide whether they're going to do that, but he should not hold a grudge against his kids. They're young adults, they're still learning to be adults. Some of them were not adults, like Truly's not an adult, Savannah at that time was not an adult, and then the other ones are very young, so they may have that whiplash reaction to the things that you're doing, because their emotions are higher, and they, you know, they're losing that sense of security with their father. You should be secure in your relationship with your father, and if you're not, that kind of spins you around in like a whirlwind, right? So he should be able to see that, and he should be able to apologize and say, how can we make this better? Let's start from here. I apologize for not talking this out with you. I should have done that as a grown adult of 50 whatever years, but I didn't. So how do we fix this? And then say, like, you know, if they're not ready to talk to you, say, when you are ready, I am here. Please call me as soon as you can. I will keep messaging you. He's got their numbers. He could like message them, I love you, please let us talk. You know, every week, just keep saying that. Let us talk. Let us, have a conversation. You're more than welcome to come here and stay for a few days to get away. Whatever. There are ways that he could fix this, and he just has not. So if I were Robin, I would be furious because, one, he brought her into this family saying, we're going to work everything out if anything bad happens. He says that like when they're at the picnic table talking to Mary, and he says, I told you that if there's anything wrong with our relationship, that I would not just sit here and live, go through life without having a real conversation or a real relationship with you. We would split up if that happened. I told you this. But he hasn't done that with the other ones. And he hasn't admitted his faults. And I know like Robin gets a lot of flack from the kids and stuff, but I think it's Cody using Robin as an excuse to not be with his kids and not do the things he's supposed to with his other kids. And I think that's why the kids are mad, and I think that they believe Robin is pushing him to do that, but I don't know that she is pushing him to cut ties with the kids. I think he's just at a place where he's like, I don't want to. I just want to make things easy for myself because this is too hard. That's what I think is going on. So anyway, those are my thoughts, my opinions. Share, like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Anyway, it's good to see you guys again. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll try to put some more stuff up in the next week or so. Thank you. Take care.